press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, we have been discussing about the chapter water. See, in the previous class we will learn about the uses of the water, and we also learned how the water will be useful for living beings, and like that in plants the different life processing activity which is going to take place, and with the help of water only this life processing activity will be proceed. And like that in plants, germination, transportation of the minerals and the photosynthesis processes will be carried out. And in the compared to the animals, see, in the animals respiration, excretion and the digestion process and different transporting minerals and energy throughout the body will be takes place, and like that different life activities in both the plants as well as the animals which is necessary takes place to the body. With the help of water only these processes will be carried out. And in the today's class we will learn about the sources of water. See, sources is nothing but the place from where we get the water is known as source of water. The place from where we get water is known as sources of water. See, sources of water is nothing but the place from where we get water is known as source of water. See, there are different sources of water are there. The sources of water can be divided into surface water as well as the groundwater. See, the sources of water is divided into two types. One is the groundwater, surface water, and another one is the groundwater. See, sources of water is nothing but the place from where we get the water is known as source of water. And here the source of water can be classified into two different types. One is the surface water and another one is the groundwater. See, we will learn the surface water now. This is the first type and groundwater is the second type. See, the surface water which includes sea, stream, ponds, a river, ocean, lake. See, the source of water is classified into two different types. One is the source of water, surface of water, and another one is the groundwater. See, in the surface of water we see the sea, stream, ponds, river, ocean, lake, and these are the in these places the water is present on the surface, and that's why it is called as surface water. And next one is the another type, that one is groundwater. See, in the groundwater includes well, hand pump, well, hand pump, in the ground where the water is present, so that's why it is called as groundwater. And here well, hand pump, bore well, borewell, tube well, borewell, tube well, and hot geyser, etc. These are the different types of groundwater where we collect the water in such a places like well, hand pump, borewell, hand pump, borewell, tube well, hot geyser. These places where we get the water, and in the ground form only we get the water. And see, the sources of water is nothing but the place from where we get the water is known as source of the water. And here the source of water is classified into two different types. One is the surface water and another one is the groundwater. See, in the surface water, usually the water present on the surface of the water, say sea, stream, ponds, river, ocean, lakes, etc. These are the example of the surface water. And next one is the groundwater. Well, hand pump, bore well, tube well, hot geyser. These are the different places where we collect the water from the ground system. And next we shall move on to the one by one. See, the river. River, it is one of the another source of the water. So, in which first one is the, it is river, it is one of the source of the water. Most of the water which which a human beings drink or which human beings use is mainly comes from the river. And human use, especially the human use for drinking purpose and washing. And usually this river water is very fit for drinking and washing purpose. Fit for drinking purpose. See, most of the water which human beings use for drinking, washing and farming. See, not only the drinking, washing and farming also, we farm the different plants. We also require the for growing the plants and development of the plants requires the river water. So it is free from the salt, and so that's why it is very essential for consuming the water. And washing the clothes and different vessels we can wash with the help of the river water. And usually the river water is very fit for drinking purpose. And this is all about the river. Next we shall move on to the ocean and the seas. The second one is the ocean and the sea. Most of the water on the earth is found in the ocean as well as the sea, and it is not fit for the human consumption. However, it is not fit for the drinking purpose. So, this ocean or the sea water is not fit for the drinking purpose, and also for agricultural process also purpose. It is not fit for drinking as well as the agricultural purpose. So, since it contains a large amount of salt in it, So that's why it is not very fit for the drinking purpose and also the agricultural purpose. So usually the sea as well as the ocean water which contains a large amount of salt is present in the water, and so that it is not fit for the human consumption and also it is not applicable for the agricultural purpose. And this is all about the sea as well as the ocean. Next one is the groundwater. See, usually the groundwater which is present in the seepage of the water, which forms due to the seepage of the water, groundwater will be present. And next one is the snow. See, snow is another types of a source of a water where we can see the melting of the ice will be takes place. See, groundwater is the third one and snow is the fourth one. Melting of the ice is one of the another source of the water where we get the water from this place. And usually the snow will melt slowly and thereby it forms a source of the water. And next one is the rain. See, fifth one is the rain. See, apart from these sources, rain is mainly source of the water. Without rain, these places will be empty. So that's why rain is very important and which is very essential for all living organisms. And all the source of the water are fed mainly by the rain. And that's why it is very important for the source of the water. See, here in the source of the water we learnt about different sources like river, ocean and sea, groundwater, snow as well as the rain. Rain is very important for the sources of the water. It is the main source. Without this source, the remaining source will be empty. And this is all about the different source of the water. Next we shall move on to the water cycle. See, water cycle is nothing but a cycle which carries the water. It's not a definition. Water cycle means a continuous or the cyclic path of a water which the water continuously move from the earth to the atmosphere and from the atmosphere back to the earth again, and this continuous process is known as water cycle. See, water cycle is known as water continuously moves from earth to the atmosphere and from atmosphere to the earth. To the earth, back. See, the water continuously move from earth to the atmosphere and from the atmosphere back to earth. Is known as water cycle. See, the name only indicates that water cycle, it is a cyclic process where continuously movement of the water will be takes place. And when we heard this term, don't forget to say that it is a continuous movement of the water. Water continuously moves from the earth it moves to the atmosphere and from the atmosphere back to the earth again, and this process is known as water cycle. See, here is the diagram of the water cycle where we can see the cyclic process, that is, it is one of the continuous process which is takes place in the nature. And see, the river is having the water, and due to the sun rays which falls on the water gets evaporates, and this water evaporates and collect into the clouds. In the form of the clouds it will collect, and later during and after the condensation process, see, water get condensed, and thereby again it falls as a rain to the earth. See, this is how we can say that the water cycle will be takes place in such a place. And usually the water cycle takes place when the open area or open ground will be present. This process will be takes place continuously. And see, it is a cyclic movement or cyclic movement of the water will be takes place in the nature, like that in the river. See, river when the sun rays falls on to the river water get heated up, and later the water gets evaporate slowly, and evaporation is one of the very slow process, and during the sun rays or the sunshine the evaporation is very faster. See, usually the wet cloths will drying up in the ground or in the terrace we dry the cloth, and during the sunlight it will evaporate the water, and thereby we get the cloth dry up very fast. And see, in the water cycle, in the same way, when the sunlight falls on the water and the river water gets heated up, and later it will evaporate, and this evaporation process, during the evaporation process the air along with the moisture content will be condensed here, and thereby again it will fall into a rain to the ground. And this is nothing but the water cycle, a cyclic process of the water from the earth to the atmosphere, and from the atmosphere back to the earth again, and this is called the water cycle. See, what is converted into the water vapor. See, water is converted into the water vapor by many processes will be there. See, this water gets converted into the water vapor by many processes, like boiling. In boiling also we see the evaporation takes place. If the water continuously boiling, we can see the water will get slowly evaporates, and later the completely it will evaporates. In the boiling process we can see the conversion of the water into the water vapor. And next one is the evaporation process. As I told you, evaporation process where water gets evaporates, and air along with the water will evaporates, and it will collect it in the clouds, and thereby the clouds will again this water will be comes back to the earth in the form of the rain. And evaporation, next one is the transpiration. See, these are all the different process where we can see the water gets converted into the water vapor, like boiling, evaporation as well as the transpiration. I will draw the diagram here. See, consider this is the lake or the pool, and here the plants will be present, that is a tree, coconut tree. When the sun rays falls onto the this water, then the water gets evaporated. See, in this way evaporation will be takes place. See, evaporation will be takes place more faster in the case of the sunlight. When the sun rays falls onto the water, then the evaporation will get more and more, and the evaporation rate is faster in the sunlight if falls on to the water. And next one is the transpiration. See, usually the in plants, the excess amount of water get transported or get away from the plant through the process known as transpiration. See, consider this is the potted plant here, and where we tag the polythene cover to it, and usually if we keep the plant under the sun, and we can see the tiny droplets which appear inside the cover or polythene bag, and this indicates that there is a transpiration process will be carried out, and this is the transpiration process. And like that, water gets converted into the water vapor in the three forms, that is boiling, evaporation as well as the transpiration. Say one by one we will discuss now. First one is the evaporation process. See, in the water cycle only it will comes. First one is the evaporation. So, evaporation usually faster when the sunlight is more, or during the sunshine the evaporation will be faster. Evaporation means havi agodu, say in Kannada. Faster in the case of the sunlight. During the daytime, sunlight falls on the water. As I told you, the evaporation, by drawing the diagram on the board, see, evaporation takes place when the sun rays falls on the ground, or in case of the surface of the water, then the water gets evaporated, then the process will be carried out. That is evaporation. And here it is a continuously changes into the vapor. The water gets changes into vapor. And this term is known as evaporation. It takes place in the open surface of the water. See, wherever the open surface will be present, then the evaporation will be carried or takes place. And generally the river, ocean, seas having the open surfaces where we can see the process known as the water cycle, and the evaporation we see the process of evaporation. And like that, the wet cloths left in the open for drying. See, we usually hang the wet cloths on to the wire, so that for drying purpose we hang to the cloth to the wire, and thereby it will dry up very soon. And there is one activity is there. See, in this activity we have to take see, here is one activity is there. The name of the activity is to show the process of evaporation in the presence of sunlight. To show the, say, I will draw the diagram to show that evaporation. To show that evaporation of water is faster in sunlight or sunshine. See, first we have to take the two plates of equal size, and one we have to keep in the sunlight. In this plate we have to pour equal amount of water. See, this is the plate 1 and this one is the plate 2, and this plate we have to keep under the shady place. See, consider, we have to put in a shady place. We can see after few minutes or 15 to 20 minutes we can see the plate 1 which contains a less amount of water compared to the plate 2, because it is present in the shady place, whereas this plate 1 is kept under the sun, so that evaporation takes place in the plate 1 is more faster as compared to the plate 2. And this experiment or this activity shows that the evaporation of the water is faster in the sunshine or the sunlight, and this is all about the activity. Once again I will tell you, to show that the evaporation of the water is faster in sunshine. In this activity we have to take two plates, and in which we have to label them as a plate 1 as well as the plate 2, and in the plate 1 both the plates having the equal size or the same size we have to kept, and in this plate we have to pour the water in a equal amount in these plates, and after that we have to keep one plate under the sun and another plate we have to keep in a shady place. Afterwards, after 15 to 20 minutes we can see that in plate 1 there is a less amount of water will be takes place, and due to the evaporation process the amount of water will be less compared to the plate 2, since it is placed in a shady place, so that the evaporation rate is compared to plate 1 is very less this plate 2, and this is how we can say that evaporation of the water is faster in sunshine, and this is the activity. You can do this activity in your home also. Next we shall move on to the transpiration. The transpiration is nothing but before going to the transpiration, various plants and trees absorb water from the soil through the roots, and the plants as well as the trees lose in the form of water vapor. By this process is known as transpiration. See, many plants as well as the trees will use the water from the soil through the roots. It will absorb the water, and thereby the plants will remove water through the process known as transpiration in the form of a water vapor. In the form of a water vapor, plants release water. As I told in the previous class and in the chapter, in the previous chapters about the word transpiration, see, first we have to take the potted plant in which we have to tie a polythene bag, so that after, when we keep this potted plant under the sun, we can see the teeny droplets which is formed these droplets is nothing but the transpiration process, and inside the polythene bag we can see the tiny droplets, and these droplets is nothing but the water vapor which is comes, excess of water vapor is comes from the plants, and this process is known as transpiration. See, many plants as well as the trees use the water through the roots to the all parts of the plant body, and thereby the water, the trees and as well as the plants will release the water in the form of a water vapor, and this process is known as transpiration. See, like that different types of processes will be takes place, and thereby we can say that water will be released to the atmosphere. And in the next class we will learn about the formation of the cloud and how the rain will be formed. Thank you.